Hello, today is April 20th, 2025, the day Christians celebrate as Easter. And I'll be once again reading from the United Church of Christ Daily Devotional for this day and giving my perspective and using the scripture and the devotion as a way of analyzing our life today and understanding how we relate to one another and to creation and to God, divinity, if you will. And the devotion for today is entitled Bent, written by Quinn G. Caldwell. Quinn bases the devotion upon the Gospel of John, chapter 20, verse 11. Mary stood weeping outside the tomb. As she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb. And then Quinn writes, "Can you imagine what Mary must have been thinking as she bent down to look in the tomb? Resurrection was not on her mind, for sure. You and I know what had happened, but to her the only options were to look in and see Jesus' broken body or to see that someone had stolen it away. She had already looked once. John and Peter had come and looked and gone away. Was she hoping they'd be wrong? That somehow they'd missed his body lying there? My God, which would be better, dead and still there or dead and stolen? And yet she bent again, and she looked again. She would not refuse to know. She would not stand up and look away. She was going to look until it made sense. And in the bending, she saw angels first, and then soon enough, salvation standing there right before her. Looking up at the cross, they tell you these days. Look to the skies and watch for the stars and omens and the Son of Humanity coming on the clouds. Okay, do that. Tilt your head back and scan the heavens. But don't forget to bend down low too, to look into the darkest holes of your riddled heart, to look into the lowliest, the dirtiest, the dankest places, the kind of places where they shut up goodness to die. Get right down on your knees and stare into the oubliette they dropped love into. Because it was just when Mary was bent lowest, not knowing which terrible thing to long for, that hope came to her in her crouch and lifted her up high." And Quinn's prayer. When I am bent and searching, come to me. A couple things that went through my mind as I was reading this devotion. I think one of the most important things to me is sometimes certain elements of the Christian faith focus so much on the next life and they forget about this life. And I was thinking about that as I read this, and Quinn's reminder to don't forget to bend low, too, to look at the world in the awful, evil places in this world, and don't forget about the work that's to be done in this world. Don't just focus on what you think will save you in the next life, because we're meant to really try to work in this life to the best we can to bring the love of God, if you will, to this world and to one another. And it's a reminder to not stop looking for the good. Don't just settle for a future good or be overwhelmed by the evil or the horrific things that are happening in this world, but continue to look for the good in this world and to work for it, to create it when you don't see it. And briefly, I was also reminded with Mary's bending down low and looking, just reminding me of the senator who went to El Salvador to find the man who was sent there mistakenly without due process by our current administration, and he wouldn't stop looking until he was able to talk to him. And now we understand that he's been moved at least out of the horrific conditions that he was in to a different prison. But the work continues to try to change the conditions for the people that have sent there and the people who were denied their due process, much as Jesus was. Anyway, continue doing good, continue working in the world, continue looking for love and creating love where you can and giving hope. That's the message I have for today.